Hey, it's Danielle Smith. It's October. October for many of us means Halloween. Now, Halloween is typically associated, at least in my house, with small people, with kids. There is so much that has to do with costumes and food and desserts, and we're going to talk about those in a couple of minutes because I have some great videos for you to check out from some good friends of mine. But before we do that, I want to talk about the people who are often forgotten, the adults. I want to talk to you about a few adult cocktails because sometimes we too like to head to a party or have a gathering at our house. Sometimes we like to celebrate a little bit, even while our kids are trick-or-treating or while we're answering the door. So I have some great adult Halloween-themed cocktails. Let's get started. The first one I want to share with you is called Heart Attack. For this, all you're going to need, some ice, grenadine, a little bit of Sprite, and your favorite flavored vodka. Here we go. First thing, a little bit of ice into your glass. I like to use a fun type of mug. You're going to put a splash of grenadine down on the bottom. Sprite for the largest portion because you definitely don't want to give anyone a heart attack with too much of that vodka. Vodka for the top portion. Another quick splash of grenadine. Or not grenadine, Sprite. How about that? Sprite. And then, whoop, a few drops of your grenadine and your fun syringe. And there you go. Our next drink is called the Bloodsucker. Very easy and delicious. You're going to need a martini shaker filled with ice, some red syrup, Hershey's Smuckers, I like Hershey's, a martini glass, and your favorite flavored vodka. For this I have Pinnacle's Whipped. It tastes like whipped cream. Yummy. And some red sugar. You ready? Okay, we start with putting our red syrup on the plate because we're going to use it to get on our glass. And on the other plate we put our red sugar because this is how we're starting with decorating the glass, because this drink is as much decoration as it is flavor. Well, maybe not as much, but it certainly adds to it. So we are going to dip our glass in the red sauce, and we're going to pull it out. We're going to move it around so that the red can dip into our glass. And then we're going to dip again. We're going to do this a couple of times to allow that dipping to happen. You have to play with it a little bit so that you can get your desired look. Once we have our desired look, we are going to dip it into the sugar. It seems to me one side of my glass is enjoying the dipping a little bit more than the other. There we go. Dipping into the other side now. Nice. See how cool that looks? Can you see? Dipping, dripping. Once we get our desired dripping correct, we're going to dip into the sugar. Alright. You dip into the sugar to give it that sweet sanded look. And then we're going to take this glass and we're going to put it into the freezer. Beautiful frozen glass. You see that? Look how gorgeous that is. Then we're going to take our vodka and pour some into our martini shaker. Likely that's more than we need, but for the purposes of getting good and chilly and shaken, then we shake. And then we pour. Cheers, Bloodsucker. Now on to a witch's brew. Figured the hat made sense for this one, right? This one is another easy one, and for people who like a bit of a sweeter drink, you have cranberry juice, pineapple juice, again, a little bit of Sprite, and then your favorite rum. You can go with a Malibu, with a Parrot Bay, or if you'd like the drink to end up with a little bit of a darker color, you could go with a darker or a spiced rum, and then you'll see what I add for a little bit of a garnish. Again, starting with ice. We're doing cranberry juice first on the bottom. That's a bit of our color. Then pineapple juice. I love pineapple juice. So we're already getting a little bit of that mixed fun color. Sprite. See, it already looks like a witch's brew. For me, I would add the sweeter rum. I'm more of a sweet rum, less of a spice rum. And then your good friend here, my good friend the spider, will garnish our drink for us. If you're looking for another sweet option, I have a good one for you. This is I'm Watching You. Now, all you're going to need a dark vodka, either a black vodka or I chose chocolate cake, and Kahlua, a little bit of vanilla ice cream, and some cinnamon because we're going to add some extra sweet. Here's how it works. The first thing you're going to do is combine your liquors. So, because I've got a bit of a larger glass, we're going to do a few ounces of our dark vodka. There is a black vodka as well, but I chose the chocolate cake vodka. And then we're going to combine our Kahlua. Again, you can see how dark these are. It smells good already. And then we're going to put our ice cream right here into our mug. Right down in there. You can add a little extra if you like. And then you will pour your liquor over it. Looks like an eyeball. An eyeball right in the center of your drink. Sprinkle with a little bit of cinnamon. And you have your I'm Watching You. What would a Halloween party be without a little bit of poison? This is a recipe that I got from a girlfriend, and it's very, very easy. All we need, tonic water, a martini shaker again, and a martini glass, a little bit of sour apple, and this reminds me of college, and your favorite whiskey. Shouldn't be a problem to have a little bit of that around, right? Watch how we do this. You're putting everything right into your martini shaker. So we're starting with some ice, because ultimately we'd like this to be cool. We're doing 3 parts of our apple, so 1, 2, 3. 2 parts whiskey, 1, 2, and then 1 part tonic water, 1. And then we're going to shake, because we want this to be cold. Shaking. And then we pour. Perfect. And then we garnish. I'm so excited you've been with me for my Halloween adult cocktails. I have some good friends who have some other Halloween ideas for you. My good friend Jenny has some Pinterestingly festive foods that you can check out, and my good friend Joey has some last minute costume ideas, but I do have one more cocktail for you. It's an evil screwdriver. A little bit backwards, if you will. All you're going to need is orange juice and another one of those dark or black vodkas and some ice. Here's how it works. Now this one is a drink immediately, friends. We are going to put some ice into our tall glass. What makes this one cool is a lot how it looks and of course how it tastes. And we'll put orange juice on the bottom. You can also use tangerine juice if you like. And then our vodka goes on the top. And one of the ways that you want to do this is to sort of spoon over it so that the vodka goes in slowly, so that it sits on the top. Of course, I'm spilling a little bit on my counter, but at least I'm separating out the vodka for you so that you can see. Aha! There we go. You can see amidst my spill just how that looks with our evil screwdriver and of course our garnish. I like to have spiders handy, can you tell?